do a boat, horses, and a fire have in common? Well, let's go find out. Guys, check out these cool statues I found. I just love horses. They're so fun. These horses remind me of something I read in James 3 the other day. It says, "For we all stumble in many things. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle the whole body. Indeed, we put bits in horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn their whole body." Bits are a tool that we use to help direct horses. And these verses are saying that the words that we say are like a bit. Our words can direct and control the direction of our lives. And if you're not careful with what you say, it can take you in directions you don't want to go. That reminds me of something else. Let's go. Whoa, cool. It's a lake. Look at all the boats. I came here because the next part of James says, look also at ships. There are lots of ships to look at here. Look also at ships. Although they are so large and are driven by fierce winds, they are turned by a very small rudder, wherever the pilot desires. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. Some ships can be huge, but even really big ships are controlled by a little rudder. Your tongue might not be very big, but it's still pretty powerful. If you use your tongue to say bad things, that can hurt the people around you and even hurt yourself. But just how important are the words that we say? Well, let's take a look at the next part of James. Whew! Made it home. That was a long walk, guys. Aw, look at my little candle. Guys, I would like you to meet Felicia. Isn't she so cute? Candles can be nice and mesmerizing and beautiful, but fire can also be very dangerous. And even just a little spark can start a huge fire. James 3:5b through 6a says, "See how great a forest a little fire kindles, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity." Iniquity is things that are wicked and bad. Wow. James is saying that the words we say can be pretty dangerous, just like a little fire can destroy a whole forest. Your words have the power to hurt the people around you if you're not careful. If the tongue can be so dangerous, then we need to do something about it, right? James 3:8 says, "But no man can tame the tongue. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison." Yikes, that sounds pretty bad. If we can't tame or control our tongues, then what are we supposed to do? Well, we can't, but God can. We need to let Him have the reins and steer the ship of our lives. You can pray and ask God to help you use your words to help and encourage those around you rather than hurt them. Remember, if you're God's child, you have God's Spirit inside you, helping you to do what's right.
The things you say are important. They can either build up and help, or tear down and hurt people around you, like your friends, siblings, and parents. But why do we say the things we do? Well, JD has something to show us. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Now, let's go to JD's Science Lab.
Welcome back to my science lab. Today, I have these two cups over here. Now, they look the same on the outside, right? But let's see what happens if I pour water into each of them. Okay, that looks pretty normal. Yikes, that's horrible. Why did dirty water come out of this cup? Well, there was dirt on the inside. But what does this have to do with our words? Well, Luke 6:45 says, "A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks." That verse is saying that the things you speak come from what's in your heart. If you have bad or unkind thoughts in your heart, you might not look any different on the outside. Like how these cups look pretty much the same on the outside. But what's on the inside will eventually come out in the things you say. In order to change the things you say, you have to change what's inside first. If you're not God's child, then you're still under the power of sin. There's nothing you can do to change your heart. But because of what Jesus did, you can become God's child and be forgiven and cleansed of your sin. If you want to learn more about that, you can watch one of our God's Gift videos. There's a link in the description below. But what if you are already God's child? Then you have God's Spirit inside you to help you know and do what's right. You can't make yourself better, just like you couldn't save yourself. Only God can do that. But you can pray and ask God to help change your heart. That doesn't mean you just sit around and do whatever you want and wait for God to fix you either. One thing you can do is be careful about the things you let in. What are you letting into your heart through the things you watch or listen to? Proverbs 4:23 says, to keep, that means to guard, your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. How well do you guard your heart? I have a challenge for you. Every day for the next week, when you watch, or listen to, or read something, stop and ask yourself, is this something good I'm letting into my heart? And if it's not, then stop watching or listening to it, and instead choose something good to let in. If you can't find or think of anything good, you can always read or listen to God's Word. The Bible, that's the best thing you can let in and be thinking about. And as you let in those good things and keep out the bad things, God can start to change your heart and the words that you say. Because remember, like Luke 6:45 says, the words that you speak come from what's in your heart.
If you want to learn more about the importance of your words, you can watch the most recent Puppet Show all about the power of words. There's a link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!